Thank you for tuning into Tanaka TV, the best and future biggest fight channel on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like, that comment, that subscribe button. We're trying to get this channel to over 2K subs by the end of the year. Now, I am very aware that we are 2 months out from me hitting that goal, from my channel hitting that goal, because I'm sitting at about a little bit more than 1,150 subs. So I'm asking for 850 subs in 2 months, which by the way, the trajectory of where this channel is going is very unlikely. But we can get there. We can get there. I believe in y'all. But we cannot get there without your support. So thank you for those who support this channel, and thank you for those who will support this channel in the future. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. Now let's get into this Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight coming up within a little less than 2 weeks. The official rules have just come out, and this is perfect timing because I've been having people commenting under my videos saying, please come out with a video about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson and your thoughts on the fight. And I did. I have before. I put out a video quite a bit ago when this fight was first announced. But as you may know, that this fight has been going through the process of Mike Tyson getting hurt or falling ill. However you want to put it, this fight got pushed back because Mike Tyson was not 100%. And I get that. I get that. We want to see the best from Mike Tyson. But now that we've gotten to this point and the rules are now out, it's time to give our official thoughts, our official predictions on this fight. Now, these official rules, people, it says knockouts are permitted. It's a sanctioned pro bout. The fight consists of 8 2-minute rounds. Fighters will wear 14-ounce gloves, no headgear, and it's a heavyweight bout. Now, I think there are 2 things that stand out the most to me. Well, we'll say 3. Knockouts are permitted. What, were they not going to be permitted? If this is going to be a sanctioned pro bout, knockouts should be permitted, right? If not, then this is just going to be a glorified sparring match. You cannot have in my mind, a sanctioned pro bout without knockouts being permitted. Or you're just looking to win off of points, which, are we really going to see who's the best of the best? Who's the better man in this matchup? If I can't knock you out. That's a thought, people. And then the other thing that comes out is wearing 14-ounce gloves. Now, I know in most pro boxing matches, it's a 10-ounce glove. So, taking into consideration that they will be fighting in 14-ounce gloves, this is what you're expected to see. Less popping punches and slower punches. And I get it. You're saying, well, it's just a 4-ounce difference, D. It's just a 4-ounce difference, Tanaka. That makes a big difference. It does. I have personally fought in 16-ounce gloves, people. I've fought in 14-ounce gloves. I've fought in 12-ounce gloves. There's a big difference in each weight of your glove. Yes, there's not as much pop when I'm wearing 16-ounce gloves. It feels like I have bricks on my hand. And when I'm wearing 10-ounce, 12-ounce gloves, it feels like there's damn near nothing on my hands. I'm just going to be honest. So yes, that makes a big difference. Now, who will that favor going into this fight? I don't know. I really don't know. I think Mike Tyson, being the older guy, that he's already going to be lacking in some pop. Now, I know, granted, Mike Tyson has some of the most pop that you will ever see in a fighter in a lifetime. But you've got to keep in mind that this is not the same Mike Tyson. This is not the same Mike Tyson that was once reigning in the heavyweight divisions. It's not. We're talking about a Mike Tyson who's in his mid to late 50s. I've been seeing people going around saying that Jake Paul is fighting a 60-year-old man. You're not too far off, people. So yes, 14-ounce gloves to me, that's a big difference. Now, who do I have winning this fight? I don't think my opinion has much changed since I made my last video about this fight. I think that the advantages and the disadvantages of these two gentlemen are polar opposite. And I think one side of the advantage weighs more for one of these fighters. And I'm going to say that it goes to Jake Paul. I would love to say that Mike Tyson, this is a clean sweep, and that Mike Tyson has an infinite chance to just go in there and knock out Jake Paul. But Father Time is one of the biggest factors when it comes to being an athlete, especially a combat athlete. Your speed decreases, obviously. Your footwork decreases. Your chin decreases. Now you may be able to keep a good portion of your power, but if those other three factors are weighing you down, that opens the door to so many other possibilities. And I think Jake Paul is youthful enough. I think that he has enough. I don't by any means think that he is a phenomenal boxer. But I also don't think that he knows nothing. I think that he's at a point where he's a solid amateur boxer. He's very athletic. And I think he has good power. And I think he's going to, honestly, I'm going to be honest, I think he's going to try to avoid Mike Tyson's power shots by all means. I'm just going to be honest, because that is Mike Tyson's best way of winning this fight. It's just going in there in the first 3-4 rounds, just putting it on Jake Paul. To be honest, people, if Jake Paul makes it out of the first 3-4 rounds of this fight, Jake Paul wins. So if I had to put money on this and how I would have this person winning, I'm going to give it. And I know there are going to be people who might flame me for this. But again, I am typically not wrong about these kinds of things. And if I'm wrong, then crucify me. I said this about Topuria and Max Holloway. Was I wrong? Damn straight I wasn't wrong. I was not wrong. And I'm not afraid of going against the grain, going against the masses of what people think. Because I'm going to give you the real, and I think Jake Paul is going to win this. I think Jake Paul has the better route of winning this. He's the younger guy. He's got more pep in his step. He's trained enough to where he can avoid some shots. He's definitely not just going to go in there, in my opinion, and just like leave his hands completely down and not know what to do with his hands, and he's completely uncoordinated, and he's not athletic enough to move out of some shots, or he doesn't have enough fundamental boxing knowledge to at least survive the first 3-4 rounds. I think he's got enough for that. And when you go into the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th, 8th round, that is where it starts to lean towards Jake Paul because of his youth, because of his athleticism. Obviously, the advantage goes to Mike Tyson when it comes to... I still think he probably has the knockout power advantage. I still think that Mike Tyson, of course, has the experience advantage. But I think Father Time plays the biggest factor when it comes to this situation. And you've seen it in a lot of situations when it comes to fighting. And I think that this fight will be no different. I humbly say that Mike Tyson, as amazing as he is, as much of a freak athlete as Mike Tyson is, he cannot out-grapple. He cannot out-punch Father Time. And I believe that is a part of the reason why this fight got pushed back to begin with, because he is grappling with Father Time. So I've got Jake Paul winning. If Mike Tyson wins, then good on Mike Tyson. I do think that this is a lose-lose situation for Jake Paul, because if he wins, then he just beats an old man, and if he loses, then he loses to an old man. I mean, that's just how this thing goes. So comment down below, people, what you think about this fight. Who do you have winning? How do you have them winning? Do you think Mike Tyson should even be fighting? Because a part of me feels like that he shouldn't be. But this is a spectacle, nonetheless. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to comment down below. Peace.